I'm going to the Tatras. My pack is set. The food is there. The clothes are there. I just have to catch a bus tomorrow morning to Zakopane. I'm now in Zakopane. I took a minibus from Lublin. It was like 7 hours plus 1 hour in a traffic jam. Here's my pack. Getting water, and I'm going into the Tatra mountain range. I'm on the trail. Things are looking pretty grim and dismal with this mist. It's dripping water. I took a taxi from the national park station, and it cost 25 zloty, almost more than a third of the bus trip to ride from Lublin to Zakopane, which was 65 zloty. So I could have almost had a room tonight, I think, for 25. We're gonna head up the trail this way. I got some serious hiking to do to get to the shelter. I must stay in a shelter in this national park. I'm out on the trail. Been hiking for maybe an hour and a half or so. And I'm in this mist, so it's just a light rain and it's chilly. It could easily get down to freezing. These nights up here, beautiful. I saw, or I heard, an animal already running through the woods. And I don't know if I can make it to that shelter or not. It's a little after 4. 2 hours. It's been a crazy ass day. And I'm so happy to be in this tent right now. And there's a stream just outside. I didn't find any water. There was one water crossing and all the others were dry. There was lightning above my head and it got cold fast. I mean, it was super warm down in Zakopane with just shorts. I could have worn shorts. Oh man, miserable day. I hope this isn't the way things are going to be the rest of this trip. Well, it was pretty darn cold last night. I mentioned freezing, and it snowed up here. It's snowing right now. It's quite pretty and beautiful. There's snow on my tent. I stayed warm except for my nose. It was getting cold. And that's gonna totally change this trip. There's no way I'm climbing those steep mountain rocky pathways with snow and ice. There's no way I'm gonna do it, especially in a place that I haven't been. So I don't know. I'm very thankful that I found this place last night. It was just at the edge of time. It was running out of time. And I found this flat spot. Must have been other people camping here because it's a well-worn flat space right next to this creek. And I guess I'm just gonna stay here for now and see what happens. I could not fix dinner last night or tea. I was so cold, my hands were numb. It took hours for my hands to warm up. And I was dehydrated and famished. But I had to just set my shelter up. That's what happened. Spirits have lifted a bit because I've got some delicious coffee and some oatmeal, and my camera lens is fogging up. Instantly, all of these lenses fog up in this moisture. It's the driest place around my campsite where you don't see the snow. I scouted up the trail because I took an unintended trail. I took the wrong trail last night, but it might work in my favor now with this snow, because initially I intended to go around the other side into Slovakia. And instead, I think that I can go up this valley here, and it angles back down and around and goes to a shelter that I'd like to spend a couple nights at. The trails are easily followable with this snowpack at this point. If it keeps snowing and gets deeper, it's going to be more difficult to follow. I'm feeling all right. What I think is that I'll stay here tonight, lighten my pack load, eat some food, head up tomorrow, and if I get lost and lose the trail, well, I can always follow my footprints back here. And this is a perfect source of water. Farther down, this creek bed is dry. I crossed it and it was very alarming because it was like the fourth dry creek that I crossed, and it was very close to desperation last night. Very beautiful scenery with this snow on these tree limbs. You know, it's probably going to be the best part of this trip. You don't get to see this that often. You can see down here there's a trail marker on the tree. The green slash. And the trail's right here. Ooh. One thing that you gotta watch is these big clumps of snow that fall from these tree limbs. Well, here the trail goes up this way. There's another marker up there. Lucky for me, there's plenty of markers on these trees. Where's the other? Right here. So this is the trail. Easily followable if you just take your time and are patient. Many rocks along the way and tree roots that make for unsteady footing. I doubt I'll see anyone here today. I would be amazed. No fun.
Nice to see each other in the...
Say hello.
Hi.
Hey man, what's your friend's name?
My brother, actually.
Are you brother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hello.
I found some travelers on the trail. We're going to the shelter.
Yep.
And it's really snowing.
1 hour.
1 hour.
Yep.
Maybe 2.
See you there.
I'll see you. Thank you. No long distance views on this trip. Crazy. Look at this trail. We'll be thankful to be at that shelter. I'm soaked. My pack is just heavy as hell. Everything's wet. Okay, we'll check in. Well, I made it to this lodge shelter, and it's a lot more than I expected. I expected there to be like mice and rats running around and jumping on you at night, and it's like a lodge, a restaurant, and nice dry rooms and hot water and stuff like that. I had a rough time getting here. And the snow has just stopped recently. Plenty of snow. It's a good 8 inches of snow falling. There's some of the mountains there. It's the first time I was able to see them since starting the trip yesterday. It's blue sky up here. But I packed up that tent this morning, and man, it was just cold from the get-go. Everything was wet. That pack was really super heavy. Man, it was just like just a bad deal, and it wasn't really that far. But my back started hurting, and everything started hurting. I'm so happy that I'm at this lodge. I'm just now starting to dry out. There it is. It doesn't look like much from here, but there's 40 beds in there. Here. Well, I'm back in my room number 9, and there are going to be 8 people sleeping in this room. I don't think I've ever shared a small room like this with 8 people. I'm excited to take my sleeping pills tonight, and I hope to be the loudest snorer in the room. Everybody's got their stuff drying out. I'm gonna go down to the pub, the restaurant. It's teeming. That's my tent right there. Oh, baby girl. Just imagine if I was in that tent last night. Oh man. That room was pretty nasty with halitosis. The whole floor was nasty with halitosis. They pack 8 people in each room. And there's gotta be, I don't know, 10 rooms on that floor. Pretty nasty. Yeah, beautiful views this morning. This lodge was a whole lot more than I expected. I expected rats and mice and spiders and cobwebs. Yeah, it's gonna put a dent in my budget. I figure I got enough money to stay for 3 more nights. And that's on a shoestring budget with nothing left over. But I have to enjoy this right now. Very nice. This is the perfect way to wake up. Not sure what I'm going to do. If I'm going to move on to another lodge, which I probably should just to experience some different things. This way, and there's another lodge over this way, and I think you may have to go up over this pass here. But that would take me farther away from Zakopane, which is pretty much down this way. And there's another lodge over here, which I should probably shoot for that and to head back. Maybe a day hike today up to the top.
stay here another night, go to the next lodge, and then go down to Zakopane. Then I have to arrange a minibus, and my friend Maciek will help me with that. I was having a really tough time with my body temperature and aches and chills the last 2 days. Last night I was feeling almost feverish. My muscles and my arms hurt so bad. That pack is just way too heavy. It's ridiculous. I made a mistake packing that thing. There's way too much food. And luckily, some of my things are drying out. My pants are dry, which is nice because I've been running around in my rain pants, drying out the tent. Well, it's a big problem, the weight of that pack. It's probably the biggest setback so far. Here I am, back in my room, and I'm staying here another night. I switched beds. Last night I was here. This, I hope, will be cooler with the window and not as noisy, though it's really, really hard to sleep in a room with 7 other people. I'm waiting for my bodily function to get out and do some hiking. It's great. I've got my tent here drying. This is almost dry, still a little damp, but most everything else is dry, and that's good news. My trip will be cut short due to the fact that I have to pay every night to sleep somewhere, and I think I will be leaving Monday or Sunday night or Monday morning. Out on the trail, we've got some photographic images here, otherwise known as Kodak moments. Very neat how there's the glittering of the snow. Okay. You can see we're fortunate. There's the cloud bank farther down. It's all overcast and cloudy down below, but up here it's just crystal clear. I'm going up there and maybe hike along the ridge top and come back down a different trail. It's quite nice. Warming up nicely. The air is nice and crisp and fresh. It feels good. Thank God I don't have that heavy pack.
nadaje, czy nie. Coś się nadaje.
Nie wyprzeć.
Ale nim Artur obrobi te zdjęcia, to będzie listopad. Albo nawet i grudzień.
To tutaj jest koniec.
Ktoś idzie wyżej, no idą. Ale ja spod Świnickiej nie chcę schodzić. Tam jest na pewno takie zejście, że będziemy płakać. Jak jest zaśnieżone, należałem, to będziemy płakać. No tutaj to masz szczyt za szczytem, już coraz wyżej. Tutaj już nie ma inaczej, tu cały czas do góry.
To może to 2000 dobijemy.
No to już się miałeś.
Ale tutaj już nie jest.
Jest, no właśnie jest. I tamten jest na 2000 i ty jesteś mniej więcej. Na kolejnym.
Been quite a nice day hiking on these snow-covered ridge tops, and I think this is about it for me. Lodge is down here, hiked up this valley over to this ski lift restaurant. Hiked along the ridgeline, climbed on the rocks, jumped in the snow. Not bad. I didn't think I would get these far-reaching views on this trip.
my shoelaces. That one's about done. Okay. We're gonna put the camera away and have some fun. Well, it's my last day here. It's quite early, 6:30 in the morning. I'm in the lounge kitchen area, and I'm hiking out of the Tatrzański park down to Zakopane to catch a bus at 2 o'clock. It was a strange trip, but it was good. Quite chilly out here this morning, but refreshing. Like it might storm. I have about a 2 or 3 hour walk into town, and that would be it for the trip. It's quite beautiful with the snow. I think it was the icing on the cake for this trip.